Hey everybody, Tara Green here. It is February the 13th and there is a lot going on. So these three tarot cards represent the energies, a very rare alignment of the planet Mars. You know, Mars is the planet of action, of passion, of drive, of testosterone, of war, the warrior, sharp weapons, aggression, violence. Mars entered Aquarius yesterday night on the 12th, and it will be in Aquarius until March the 22nd. And it meets up with Pluto, the Lord of Death, rebirth, transformation, recycling, soul wealth, endings, psychology, the shadows, fear. And the two of them meet up at 0 degrees of Aquarius, which is the symbol of the star, the number 17 in the tarot. So these three tarot cards, you can see the Tower card has the symbol of Mars on it. The Death card is Scorpio. Pluto doesn't actually have a specific tarot card representing it, but is the modern ruler of Scorpio, which Mars also co-rules. The Death card is the one to go to. Now, Mars rules the sign of Aries traditionally, along with Scorpio, and Pluto rules Scorpio in modern astrology. I use both rulerships, and they're entering Aquarius. Pluto already entered Aquarius, but Mars joins it today. 0 degrees of Aquarius, a very powerful degree. They haven't been together in Aquarius at that degree since 1779. So this is a very important initiation. Planets, when they're at 0 degrees, are like initiation schools. And so this also is a very important point because these two planets, Jupiter and Saturn, which meet up every 20 years in different signs and in different elements over 200 years, last met up December 21st, 2020, which was the winter solstice at 0 degrees of Aquarius. So any events that started at that point in time can be very relevant right now. That was during the first year of COVID, actually, and so not that we're going back there, but you want to think about, what was going on there. Now, the card of the Tower here is very apt because it's literally, Aquarius is an air sign, a fixed air sign. It's about revolution and freedom. And the card here is literally about blowing your mind and blowing up your ego. So Aquarius is opposite the sign of Leo, which is the sign of kings and queens and royalty, and astrology is very literal. And Pluto is the sign of death. So, of course, King Charles has just had a cancer scare. And Princess Catherine also had some major surgery. And so royalty in general, anybody who's a leader, who's a very important person in the world, who's been egotistical, vain, overly dramatic, will get their comeuppance now because they have to step off their big world stage and come down to the level of the people. So the monarchy is definitely over. Or it's going to have to be radically revisioned, but really it's over. Pluto hasn't been in Aquarius since the late 70s again, which was the time of the big revolutions in France. America just had, and it's still in process of having, I believe, its first Pluto return since the country started in 1776. So major protests. Aquarius is a sign of humanity. Ideally, the card of the star relates to the 11th sign as being the sign of wishes, hopes, and dreams. So all of our wishes, hopes, and dreams to stop the insanity of death and scorpionic underworld, crime, sex trafficking, demonic worshiping. This is a big wake-up call. This is where you free your mind. This is like literally the Matrix, free your mind. We need to wake up as a human species to what's been going on, to how programmed we've been. Again, remember, this is Pluto, the plutocrats, the elites trying to control the world. Most of the conspiracy theories are true. So again, Aquarius, freedom of speech, like X. X is now formerly Twitter. Elon Musk bought it. It is now the most popular app in the world. Hundreds of millions of people just watched Tucker Carlson being an independent, that's the sign of Aquarius, journalist, doing your own thing, being an entrepreneur, also very Aries kind of thing, to the world. So it's about freedom. There's going to be huge protests today. Of course, the horrible tragedies, the massacre of the children that happened during Super Bowl, while everybody was distracted, happen. And so it's a dangerous time, though, because Mars and Pluto together are literally the lords of death, destruction, war. Pluto rules atomic weapons. I still haven't seen Oppenheimer. But it is dangerous, so people can be triggered. A lot of repressed anger can come out. Aquarius has the reputation for being kind of cool and detached. So, all planetary combinations can be used positively. So it can be a good time to objectively Look at your anger issues. Look at deep resentments. Look at things that have been holding you back that you're resentful about, because this is also very scorpionic: resentment, control, obsession. Be careful about people stalking you and becoming obsessed by things. Also in the media, it would be a good time to take a break from social media. That's what Aquarius rules: social media. Cryptocurrency might explode, positively or negative. There's a danger of hackers, a danger of war, violence, shootings, literally eruptions. There is 3 CMEs from the sun going on as well, so we may be hit with some big solar energy affecting our electromagnetic frequencies in the earth. So this is a radical shift, okay? Radical shift. Aquarius is all about working with collectives, with groups. Every individual has their human rights, but none above others. So no groups can specialize and bully other people. They all have to realize we all get rights, but nobody's rights are more important than anybody else's. So that's a good thing. So Aquarius, scientific breakthroughs, backlash from things that have been repressed. Lots of secrets are going to come out that are going to blow people's minds. Aquarius also represents space, the stars. We can have some ETs show up to correct our, destructive path here. That's very possible as well. Remember that Pluto will be in Aquarius for the next 20 years. Jupiter and Saturn met at 0 degrees of Aquarius. They will meet again in 20 years, again in another air sign. And so you want to think outside the box. This is Aquarius. It's about wherever you've been feeling weird or you never fit in. That's what Aquarius is all about. So championing your own weirdness and marching to your own drummer and celebrating your own uniqueness. You are absolutely unique just the way you are. You don't even have to try. Your fingerprint, your astrology chart, that makes you unique. So you want to bring the higher consciousness that the star represents down to earth. So what are your wishes, hopes, and dreams? Maybe they're radically changing right now. Maybe your values are changing right now. So you want to let go and release any old obstructions in your mind. This is literally a blow your mind in a good way revolution. Remember that the age of Aquarius, that whole kind of protest against wars that was started, that was the seeding phase in the 60s, is now really coming to fruition. So I love this image of the star, and this is the Thoth Tarot, and I would advise you to do this body stance. So go out and look at the stars at night, get yourself grounded first, pick out a star. Stars twinkle, planets don't. And Venus and Mars will be visible as they come together on February 22nd this year. I'll talk about that in another video. And imagine that you travel out to the stars. Consciousness is the best way to travel. Imagine that you're out at a star, and then from that vantage point, you look back at the Earth and the 8 billion people on this tiny little blue dot, way in vast, vast space and dimensions. And then what you want to do is say, well, what is my higher purpose? What did I come here to do? And close your eyes and just listen and wait and trust and allow that cosmic wisdom, Sophia wisdom, to come through your heart chakra, as you can see in the card, and disseminate that down to the earth. Okay, so wishes, hopes, and dreams, groups, networking, make new alliances, help other people. This is about humanitarian wake-up call. We're all in this together. We're all on this little blue planet together, following our star, the sun, in the great universe with all the other millions of stars and galaxies. So radical, get a makeover, break out of the old structure. Open relationships are going to be a thing. Okay, so during Valentine's Day, it's very interesting to have this energy. I would not celebrate Valentine's Day on this day. I would wait until Venus and Pluto get together, and especially, again, February 22nd, when Venus and Mars come together at 7 degrees of Aquarius. Again, we're going into a new radical revision of relationships and what we want in relationships, and hopefully going into a new sense of balance. And we can speak freely. Aquarius is an air sign. Speaking freely is very, very important. Communication is important. Now, I do have a special 20% off in my love readings this month because of honoring all of this new Aquarian energy. If you want to get in touch with me, I'm at taratarot.com and sending you the best blessings. Now, pay attention to where 0 degrees of Aquarius is in your chart, because that's where all the action is happening. Okay, and do be careful today. It is a dangerous day. I would literally stay home and stay put and meditate. Okay, sending you all the best blessings of the day. You want to get in touch with me, taratarot.com. Blessings to you.